Real men shave with straight razors. Right? I don't know. Shave it up! Hey everybody, Clean Shaver here again with another topical video for you today. And no, I'm not talking about topical like top of your skin or cream or anything like that. I also did not say tropical, it's March. No, topical this time. So I got a question the other day from somebody asking why they never see me shave with a straight razor. And it's a good question, fair question. Wanted to talk about that a little bit. I guess the simplest answer is that I don't own any, unless you count this, which is a Parker SRB or a straight replaceable blade. It makes it so that you can take a half of a DE blade and put it in. So, give you kind of a close up here of how this works, right? There's a little lock on it. There are two pieces to this, so it slides apart like that. Right? You can see the blade in there. I actually just took half of a Persona blade. I took the blade and snapped it in half and put it in there. And the other piece fits on top. This locks it down, being careful of my fingers not to cut myself. That's as close as I get to a straight razor. So yeah, the simple answer is this: I don't own any, and that's okay with me, I think. I mean, that's one of the great things about the traditional shaving game is that there are so many different options for everybody. You have single edges, you have double edges, you have injectors, you have shavettes like this, you have straight razors, you have things like, it's considered a single edge, but like the mongoose, I'll put a picture of it here. You also have the feather artist, I'll put a picture of that here. You know, there are so many different options. There are kamisoris. There are all kinds of different blades that you can choose depending on what you're comfortable with. So, yeah, that'll be reason number one. I don't own one. And unless somebody out there is feeling super generous, I don't see the need for me to buy one. Reason being, I'll give you a few reasons actually. First is that I actually find them a little bit awkward to maneuver. My limited experience with the shavette has been it's hard for me to get the same quality of shave with this that I get with a DE or with a single edge razor. It's just awkward for me. The second reason is that there's a lot of upkeep for a straight edge. You need things like, well, you need a straight edge razor first, I guess, right? I mean, that's kind of important to shave with a straight edge. You kind of need one. I don't have one. You also need strops, which if you don't know, I'll put a picture of a strop right here. Okay, a strop is that leather strap that you see in the barbershop that he go in the old time barbershops, and he kind of daily sharpens the razor on that and gets it ready to shave somebody with it, right? So you have to own a strop, and they're kind of expensive. You have to pay for honing if you don't know how to hone it yourself. And I'll put a picture of some honing stones right here. Okay, now honing is a very different process where it takes a long time, and if you don't know how to do it yourself, it can cost a lot of money to send it off to somebody to do it. Now there are some people in the wet shaving community that are very good at it, like Billy Sagranis. Anthony Esposito is a very talented honer, from what I know. I haven't dealt with these guys because I don't have a straight razor. I've had no reason to have it honed. But these guys have gotten rave reviews from a bunch of other straight razor shavers that I know of. So there's honing. Honing you need to do anywhere between 3 to 6 months or so, depending on how often you use that razor. And that's a lot of maintenance for me. That's me personally. I mean, shaving with a double edge or a single edge razor for me takes long enough as it is. And I don't want the extra time that it would take for me to strop my razor every morning or to send it off to be honed. It's not worth it to me. I'm not trying to talk anybody out of straight razor shaving. Let me put that out there. I'm not trying to talk anybody out of this because it is a very valuable thing and it's got its own kind of richness of tradition that's there. And there are a plethora of different kinds of razors and a lot of different styling options that you have. I mean, you can do stuff with the blade. You can have a square tip or a round tip, or you can have different scales on it and widths and thicknesses of the blade and all kinds of stuff. I mean, there are so many options out there. And guys like Anthony Esposito, Ray Pope, Peter Charkalis, all these guys that are big YouTube wet shavers, could talk your ear off about them. It's just not that big of a deal to me. I'm just saying that. So that's me. That's how many reasons is that? I don't own one. Maintenance. So that's 2. Okay. Reason number 3 is I have little kids around, and as you can see, my den back here. I mean, I've got my razors up on the top shelf here, so that they're kind of out of the way. My oldest is almost 6, and so it's kind of actually still within reach if he wanted to get to them. I'm a little bit afraid of having a straight razor, something that's that sharp and that readily, I mean, it just pops out and it's a lethally sharp blade. That scares me a little bit and puts me a little bit on edge. So, I mean, I'm not a careless parent, but I am worried that even if I did my best to hide it, I mean, anybody out there with kids can tell you that, you can probably hear my kids in the background, they have a way of finding where things are and getting into things when you're not around, and I just don't want to risk that. And reason number 4, and these words probably taste like vinegar coming out of my mouth, I have enough shaving stuff. Oh, I don't want to admit that. I really do. I mean, by no means am I done looking for things that I like. I mean, because I've got some cool stuff. I've got some pretty standard fare. I have a 1960 Gillette Fat Boy, which I love. I shaved with it this morning. Granted, it gave me this bad boy right here, but I love it. And I've got enough things in my den that I can have a great variety of shaves for a long time, and I'm good with that. I don't necessarily need more. Yeah, I'm not going to say it again. I can't bear to. I want more shaving stuff, but do I need it? I'm not even going to answer that question. Reason number 5, last one, is that being a head shaver, I'm a little bit afraid of straight razors on my head. I know of some guys that do it, but not me. I mean, I'll put a link right here. You can see the video the first time I tried shaving my head with my shavette, and yeah, that was a disaster. Not a complete bloodbath, but I got some pretty good cuts. And shaving my head with a straight razor or a shavette just scares the crud out of me. Call me a pansy if you want. I've been called worse things. But that's really it. I mean, if I don't know that I would necessarily, like if I got a straight razor, I would probably only stick to my face. In fact, that's all I do with this, is I only shave my face with it. But I'm afraid that if I got a straight razor, the demand would be put out there to say, hey, clean shaver, shave your head with a straight razor. And I'd just be like, nope, I'm good. I'm good. Sorry. So I will put this out there. If somebody wants to send me a straight razor and see what I do with it, go for it. Contact me. I'll let you do it. But until somebody does that, I'm good. I'm not necessarily going to try to convert to straight razor shaving. I really don't feel like I need that. I'll try it. If somebody wants to send me something, or, in fact, that's a great idea. If you want to see me shave with something, send it to me. I'll send it back, I promise. Or I might buy it from you. I've done that in the past too. I just said, you're not getting this back. Sorry, I'm buying it from you. But yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't mind starting a conversation about this and having somebody try to convince me otherwise. I'm open to that. I'm not so pig-headed that I'm gonna say no straight razors for me ever. I'm not. Okay, I'm not a nitwit. I'm not an idiot, and I'm not that person. I'm very open to a lot of different suggestions. In fact, when I did my head shave with this a while back, So Sharp David was kind enough to give me some tips on using it, and it was good to get those tips. But I would like to put this out there. So Sharp David, Peter Charkalis, Anthony Esposito, Stallion, Ronnie Greer, Kojak Kamaj, all you guys that are straight razor shavers, convince me, convert me. I'm looking for it. I don't know that you'll be able to, but I'd love a challenge. So that is it for me, and I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions for me, or any suggestions or things that you'd like to see me do, or any further questions about straight razor shaving, I'm not an expert because I don't own one. I'm not into it. But if you do have questions or suggestions for me, put them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. I do my best to address any questions or suggestions that are given to me by my viewers. So I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for your time. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, and share. this video with people that you know that are either looking into straight razor shaving or maybe need an intervention for straight razors. This video might be good for that too. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Be smooth. We'll see you next time.